everybody, I'm Aaron.
I'm AJ.
Ooh, we're from ModernIntel.ca. Today, we're going to be talking about one thing we actually haven't talked about.
It's true. It is true.
And I'm not sure actually why we haven't really. Okay, so what we're doing is we're talking about what Modern Intel actually is.
For those of you people who are kind of just starting to get on our bandwagon and not quite sure what we deal in, this will be a video on explaining that, really.
Yeah.
Basically, we started out just kind of coming to the realization that there wasn't a lot of channels out there that kind of focused on milsim mag-fed markers, and there was just mostly speedball, that style, right? So we thought, well, why not? I mean, it's a growing market, so somebody needs to utilize it, start putting the word out there, and that's just how we started.
Especially now. If you look at our older videos, we did mostly Tiberius stuff, because Tiberius at the time was one of the only milsim companies. There was that, and Milsig, Rat4 was getting in there too.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what we were doing at the time. And you know, like AJ was saying, there's mostly speedball videos. TechPV and Wolf and them, they were doing videos more based on woodsball scenario, but they weren't doing milsim centric. In a video later, we'll talk about what milsim and magfed is.
Yeah.
But like as a little preview, like magfed milsim, you know, as real as you can possibly get without obviously using a real firearm. And we wanted to focus our attention on these guns and these guns only.
That's mostly how we prefer playing paintball. The odd time you'll see us out there with the big hopper on top of our marker, but this is our choice of play, pretty much.
So when we're like looking at doing reviews on markers and whatnot, such as Phenom reviews or any other kind of marker, we're always looking at the review from a milsim perspective.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much looking at it from how realistic can it be compared to a real steel example, right?
Yeah.
So you think of any examples? Maybe when we did the original TPX, what are the things we talked about?
Oh boy.
It was magazines. Plastic magazines, right?
Plastic magazines.
So little things like that. We'll always talk about the magazines and the markers. Earlier we said about the markers, if the magazines don't function properly, then it makes the marker look bad. And that's what we look at. We always are comparing both magazines and the guns.
Whereas most markers, it's the insides, right, how they perform. Where mag-fed markers, the biggest thing that marker relies on is the magazine.
Yeah.
If the magazine performs poorly, then it brings down the whole marker. The marker might be superb, but if the magazine's only mediocre, the marker's just going to be crap, right?
Yeah. So we're always looking to build up the milsim world, because at the time it was getting there, but there wasn't that many people. And like I was saying, mostly people were getting into was the Tiberius 8. This is the 8.1, but mostly just the 8.
And now look at them.
Yeah. Now we have the 8.1. We got the TIPX, which we both done reviews for. We have the new Takamo Rat4 MK7P kits. I don't have a Milsig with me right now, but there's the Milsig, so we reviewed and we will be reviewing later on. So again, like everything we review, everything we look at is always based on a milsim perspective. So when you're looking at our older videos and you wonder why we're talking and complaining about batteries, for example, that's why.
Yeah.
And like batteries, like can you expand on that?
Well, batteries, basically, you wouldn't see that in the real world, right? If that's not milsim, that's more speedball. If you want to get, you know, X amount of balls downrange, you need a battery and, you know, full automatic. That's basically it. Like you wouldn't see a fully automatic battery operated rifle in the real world.
Yeah, and unless it was a fully auto mechanical, right?
Yeah.
No batteries. But people say it can't be done, but you know what? It can. It's just easier to do it
with
electronics,
the battery.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're always looking for, and that's pretty much what we do. And along with First Strike as well. That's like another thing with milsim.
Yeah, that's the next step in the milsim paintball industry, right? The new generation will be First Strike.
Yeah, it makes it more. It gives us more of a reason to use MagFed, because hoppers cannot use First Strike because it's a very specific way it has to be loaded.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I just love First Strike. Sorry.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what we do. And as you can see, we're pretty relaxed with both this kind of stuff. You got beef with us about like it not being milsim or something like that. That everybody has their own perspectives and their own points. But this is the way we review, and that's the way we do videos.
Yeah.
Sound good? You good with that, AJ?
Yeah. I think that pretty much wraps up what modern Intel is. If you have any more questions, go ahead, ask.
Post comments.
Yes. And we will try to answer them.
Try to. See you later, guys.
Have a good weekend. Bye.